Welcome to Firearms of America. Today I am back here at Del Toro Plaza. Back here at Del Toro Plaza for a huge charitable event. As you can see, people are gathering up out there right now, and we have not one but two huge Trump trains coming, and that's where I'm going right now to see and make sure that I don't miss them and get all of them. Yeah. Rolling in straight into the center. DJ Taps over here.
Who is DJ Taps?
Hey, glad to be here, man. See you, sir. Who is DJ Taps?
Who is he?
All right, so DJ Taps is the organizer of this beautiful event. It's a charitable event. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, we're donating toys to Costanzo Children's Hospital.
Right
As you can see, they're all over there.
Gathering about.
People are still bringing them in. We're actually putting them in the trucks now. So
nice. Tell us a little bit about the Trump trains that are coming in. We already seen one.
Yeah, we got a Trump train coming all the way from Naples. They started at Seed to Table, so shout out to Seed to Table for letting us park there. Alfie Oaks, big guy there.
Nice.
They just pulled in, so. And then we have a parade that's up in Sarasota.
All the way from Sarasota.
And they're on the way. They should be here any minute, I believe.
Nice. So what are you expecting to achieve today with this event?
Well, we just want to make awareness of what's going on with the election. You know, we're still supporting our president no matter what. We're going to be pushing and pushing and pushing. We're not going to give up. You know, he's fought for us for 4 years. We're going to fight for him till the end.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
We got an awesome lineup of speakers. You're not going to want to miss it.
All right, so let's see if we can find. Let's see if we can find some of the speakers. I see one of the speakers, Eileen Perez. She's only 17 and she's here to give a speech. Hi Eileen, how are you doing today?
Good.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you're planning to talk about today?
Well, I'm going to be giving my background on why I'm so passionate for the cause of liberty and why we need to make sure that Trump gets reelected, why you need to stand behind him, because socialism destroyed, it always does. and we must stand together and not allow it to ever come to our nation.
Yeah, I agree. So let me ask you, what do you think about the recent Supreme Court decision?
Well, it's all, it's just one battle. The war is still far from over. There's still a lot more we have to do. There's still where I do believe that we can win this. I do believe we're going to win this. We just have to remain hopeful.
Nice. Thank you, Eileen. Can't wait to hear your speech. Thanks. All right. My favorite Punisher truck right here. And the lady chilling by the Punisher truck. So, what do you think about the, what's her name? Democratic Party. No filter.
They suck.
Hell yeah. All right. So let's see what we got here. We got some flags. Some flags. Hey, did I just see Biden Harris? Did I just see Biden Harris? Nope, Biden. Yep. How you doing, sir? Frank with Firearms of America.
Hey, Frank,
So
how
tell
are
me,
you?
what brings you today?
My support of Donald J. Trump as my president of the United States.
All right, what do you think about the recent Supreme Court decision with the Texas? Throwing out the Texas case.
I think the Supreme Court made a decision based on their political career and their careers. I think it was an atrocity, but I have my faith in the good Lord Jesus Christ that it ain't over yet.
Nice. The fight is not over yet.
Not over.
Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. All right. Look at that. Look at that awesome outfit.
I figured I'd show him a
Dr.
little something other than the
Mother-
suit jacket, right?
How are you, sir? Nice to see you.
Wave at the camera. Say
Hi, girls.
So, Dr. Clark, gonna be one of the speakers today.
Absolutely.
What are you planning? What are you gonna say today?
Well, today I'm showing a whole different side. I put a post up the other day that said I'm a patriot first that identifies as a Republican. So I figured I'd wear some patriotic gear.
Nice, I love it. What do you think about the recent Supreme Court decision throwing out the Texas case?
You know, I'm looking for people to stand despite the fact of being pressured by the mob. It's unthinkable to think that our Supreme Court, our justices are being influenced politically, but I don't see how else this could have happened if they're not. Whether it be threats to their family, and this is how the left right now, the radical left, is really playing it, right?
Yeah.
So they're threatening people's families, they're threatening people's lives, they're bullying people. I don't really stand for bullies.
Yeah.
So it's unthinkable, but there's one phrase, we the people. We the people are who is supposed to hold not only our elected officials accountable, but people accountable who are destructive towards this country and this Constitution.
Exactly.
Period.
And you know, a lot of people, even on our side, I see a lot of people giving up and say, that's it, the election's over, we're done. What do you tell those people?
Find your backbone. Because we were designed, we were created for moments like this.
Hell yeah.
And if you can't find your backbone now, don't expect anybody to stand behind you in 2022 or 2024.
Exactly.
So,
thank you, sir. Can't wait to hear your speech. Sharing the stage with you.
absolutely.
All right. Dr. Kadima Clark over here.
Hey,
How
how's it
are you
going?
today? Nice seeing you. So, good.
Stiletto in a room full of flats. A stiletto in a room full of flats.
Room full of flats.
Hey,
Nice.
that's what it is. That's
I've
what
seen
it
that
is.
one. I've seen
Yes,
that one. That's
always
nice.
got the stilettos on.
And trust me, she's packing more than breast milk.
Oh, jeez. Packing more than snacks.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
that-
She's
that
packing
is-
more than snacks. I got that wrong.
That right here is my conversation.
I'm sorry.
Not the snacks, but what's packing? What do you got? What are you packing?
I got more than snacks. This
All right.
mama packs more than snacks.
All right, Glocks, Smith & Wesson, 6 hours.
Actually, I prefer my Kel-Tec.
Caltech.
Yes.
Really?
Loves the Celtic.
I love my Kel-Tec. It folds.
Huh.
It folds nicely into my, my Yves Saint Laurent book bag.
The
Thank
Caltech,
you.
the 9mm one, right? The sub
Yes,
2000?
yes, that's
Huh.
my favorite thing to
All
pack.
right.
And I like to put it in my Yves Saint Laurent
It
backpack.
also fits in a diaper bag. It's perfectly in a diaper bag.
That is the diaper
Nice.
bag. That
Nice.
is the diaper bag.
So Kanima, you're giving a speech today as well.
Yes.
What are you planning to tell everyone? What are you planning to share?
Really, I'm really just wanting to share that we really need to have a soul for this country. We really need to be fighting for our children. We really need to be fighting for our country. And whatever that looks like for you, it's okay. That's what I'm going to be talking about today.
Nice. Thank you very much. Can't wait to hear you guys speak. Absolutely. I love the outfit. All right.
Bacon barbecue, just like their name says. I got a lineup of 9 speakers for you. You're gonna hear some awesome stories from these local people, all the way from Naples to Clewiston to here in Cape Coral, Fort Myers. I also have a gentleman by the name of Vincent Stevens. He runs and operates Back the Blue and Green. You'll hear him speak about Back the Blue and Green. While we're on that topic, next Friday, Vincent is putting together a large parade. We're gonna bring home a soldier. He's gonna be flying into RSW. We're gonna be meeting at the rest stop at 75 in Daniels at 4 o'clock Friday. And we're gonna parade the soldier all the way home to Cape Coral, where Vincent will have a food truck and some free beer at his house for everybody that joins. So I hope everybody that's here today can try to join in that parade, bring that soldier home in style. Right over here to my right is Trump Country 93.7.
Yeah.
Also got them playing on the speaker behind me. They're gonna have some awesome t-shirt giveaways and other things to be handing out. He sure does know how to rile up the crowd.
Oh, there's another speaker. That's attorney Jonathan Martin over there. Trying to walk away, try to chase him. Jonathan, how are you, sir?
Good,
Very
good.
nice
How are you?
seeing you.
Good to see
So today you're one of the speakers.
Yeah.
What are your plans for today? What are you going to share? What are you going to say?
You know, I just want to remind everybody that there's still a lot to be done in the courts. I know there was a highly publicized court case last week that the Supreme Court said, no, you got to start over from the ground level. You can't take a shortcut straight to the Supreme Court. But there's also a lot of other cases that are on their way up to the Supreme Court. So there's a lot to be decided before anybody gets sworn in as the next president of the United States.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people, even on our side, they lost hope. They think, oh, this is the election. What do you tell those people?
Yeah, I think a lot of people put a lot of hope in that highly publicized Texas case, just because there was so much publicity. There were so many states that were involved in it. So over 100 congresspersons got behind the lawsuit, and I think at that point they thought that this is the one that's going to go, and the Supreme Court's going to decide a case on the merits. The Supreme Court will only look at the specific case that's in front of them, and that specific case didn't have the standing, but there's a lot of other cases out there, and the Supreme Court also signaled that, okay, you can continue to seek relief, but you just got to start over from the bottom.
Right. All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Thanks,
See you guys.
sir.
Electrician by trade, but Facebook spammer by,
We want your vehicles. It doesn't
I don't know,
matter if
by night.
Hey, Justin, Mark Zuckerberg came after you yet?
This guy will spam everything and anything, so if you need something out, just get with Justin, he'll get it. This young lady right here, Jacklyn, she's based out of Cape Coral, and she went all the way down to Naples to help organize the Trump trade down there with her good friend Sierra. So shout out to them two girls for putting on an awesome event down in Naples and Trump trade all the way here.
Yeah.
And the last person right here, last but least, loves his beer. If anybody has a beer token, Mr. Ed Eagle.
Yeah.
He reached out to some people from Venice, Nokomis. He reached out to a bunch of people up there, and he got the word out a lot in that area. He still has people messaging on him, asking where this is at and how he can get here. So he's a Facebook spammer too when he's not working. or not drinking beer. So these people are really what made it happen. So thank you so much to them.
Hey, we couldn't do it without you, Corey.
So this guy right here, if you guys saw a hashtag going around, it was a hashtag, Who is DJ Tabs? This gentleman right here started it. I don't know where he came up with the idea, but I thought it was pretty awesome. So if you got any posts, you're putting anything up on social media, put hashtag, Who is DJ Tabs?
Keep it going.
Right here, hashtag,
Who is that
Let's
guy?
go. So use those two hashtags, hashtag DJ Tabs, Who is DJ Tabs, hashtag, Let's go. Your post will get seen a little bit better. You're gonna see one real news outlet here that's gonna give you the truth, and that's Brandon Leslie with Unbossed Reporting.
Yeah! Brandon Leslie here. Brandon Leslie, the only real news over here. So Brandon, you're one of the speakers for the event. What are you going to talk about today?
We got to focus on how the news is controlling the narrative in our country. It's literally brainwashing these days. They don't want to tell the full story. They don't want to tell the side of the conservatives. They don't want to let us think freely, speak freely. They want to muzzle us and control us. And that's a big reason as to why we're seeing what's happening in our nation today. And we need to keep that pressure up, and we need to keep shining the light on that.
Yeah, 100%. I heard you are starting your own news network. Yep. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so next month I'm going to be releasing my digital news network, Unbossed Reporting, and it's going to be a forum for users to speak freely. It's going to be almost like a social media in a way. There'll be daily articles, there'll be podcasts each week, video reports, and you'll be able to comment right on the website. No big brother censoring you. You can talk about what you want to talk about and base an opinion off of the cold hard facts that I put out there.
Nice. Unbossed Reporting. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Trump's Air Force One will fly over.
Where's my Rex?
I don't know. We just had a show. He's got a new girlfriend, so now he's down in Naples.
How are you guys? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming out. The gang is over here. All right, let's see. I think I saw some yellow Dodge Viper. Where is it? Ah, there he is. I knew I could hear that sound of the, what is it, V12?
What's up,
it's a V12 or V8. Wait, I forgot. Brian, how are you, sir?
Frank? Good, man.
Nice
how
seeing
you doing?
you. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
So this is your first Trump event. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know, I got a few under my belt. What can I say? What can I say?
I like the setup right here.
Thank you.
Look at that.
The car's so loud, you got to have a good stereo system. You know what I mean?
Nice. So, Brian, let me ask you.
Yeah.
What do you think about the recent Supreme Court decision about the Texas?
You know, it's all part of the plan. The Supreme Court decision is one of many different ways that the outcome's going to come out favorably for the president. Mm-hmm. We know this. I mean, I know a lot of people are trying to figure it out and stuff like that, and that's fine. I think people should stay engaged. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you know, we've got the 12th Amendment. We've got more state electors that are Republicans than they do Democrats. We've got more senators to vote for the vice president than the Democrats. At the end of the day, President Trump has more cards in his hands than the Democrats. So you know what? We're going to stop the steal. We're going to stop the steal with the Constitution. And that's the way it works out.
Exactly.
That's why the Constitution is there.
Some people are giving up. Even from our side, people are giving up.
You know.
It's too early.
You know, the best medicine for election stress is information. You got to get the information. You got to get the right information. You know, there's many different paths to winning this. And here's what I say to people. Whenever you see President Trump worry, that's when you worry. President Trump is not worried. If you looked at his last tweets, the guy plainly says we have just begun to fight. And that's the truth. We've just begun to fight. We've got many different avenues, and that's just the reality, folks.
Yes, sir.
Information is the best medicine for your stress. Yeah. Learn about what's going on. There's a lot more things that are going to work out through the states and through the courts. We're going to come out ahead. Why? Because the Constitution guarantees us that it's going to come out the way we want it to come out, which is President Trump 4 more years.
Thank you, sir.
That's the way
Appreciate
it works.
it. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Good to see you.
6 and 41. At that point,
hey, we got a Santa Claus.
We're going to have Bob McKnight's Trump Shop still there if you need to get some final stuff. Trump Central will also be there. Ice Cream Social Bub will still be there. And then you have the mall food court, 10% off your wings.
I got a gift for you, sir. Hey guys, I have some gifts for you. A Christmas gift.
Socialism sucks.
So the speakers are going to have 10 minutes. Brand new.
Eileen, I have a gift for you.
Oh, thank
I think
you.
you're gonna like that. Yeah.
We've got the right to choose it. There ain't no way we'll lose it. This is our life. This is our song.
Got another cameraman right here.
Yeah, look at that guy. Who's this guy?
Ah, just some nervous freaking immigrants.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brendan Leslie. I'm an independent, conservative reporter here in Southwest Florida. My mission, it's quite simple. It's to end any threat of socialism and to keep our state, and especially Southwest Florida, red.
Yeah!
So when I started out about a year ago, I left TV News, I left Wink News. I was working as a reporter for Wink. By the way, where's our media? Anyone here? Anyone here covering the event?
Boo!
Anyone here? No? No? Oh. But if there's 4 Black Lives Matter protesters on the Midway Bridge, breaking news, and it's the front page story. Remember when we had that big Trump boat parade over the summer? And then they had a little kayak parade for Joe Biden. Couple kayaks. They said that it was 2 boat parades happened this weekend. You know, the Trump boat parade that had over 1,000 boats, no big deal. And then, oh my God, Joe Biden. Look at this little socially distanced kayak parade. Biden supporters can't afford boats. I want to make this very clear, and I said this over social media, and I'm going to keep saying it. Make no mistake, we're at war. And I don't want it to ever get to the level where we're at arms with each other. I never want to see that happen, but we are at a war. We're fighting for our freedom. The government has turned into a bunch of tyrants. God bless DeSantis, by the way. Let's give Governor Ron DeSantis.
Yeah!
I am so freaking happy I chose to come move to Florida. I almost went to Oregon for an anchor job. Almost. Almost. And you know why? I took less pay and a less job to come to Florida. Because Florida is the greatest state in the union. But you'll never hear that in the media.
Yep.
You'll never hear that up north. They continuously make fun of us. They say we are hillbillies, that it's like the Wild West down here. Well, why are you all coming down here to vacation and live here then? Stay up north. If you think we're hillbillies and you think we're crazy, stay up there. I don't want your policies down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a huge, huge problem when it comes to the media. The media is the reason why you see the division and the issues we see today. I saw it just working at little old Wink News here. I saw it. I said, I don't want this to be my future. I don't want to sell myself out. I don't want to be a Chris Cuomo on CNN. I don't want that. I don't care if I never make the money and the fame. I will continue fighting for what I believe in.
Yeah!
And what I believe in is patriotism, loving America, loving your family, loving our guns.
Yeah!
And letting faith guide you. That's something that we lack nowadays because that's another one of those issues that the media never wants to talk about. So, the media is controlling the narrative. And when they control the narrative, that's when the brainwashing ensues. When the brainwashing ensues, we see what we see today. A virus, not COVID-19.
The flu.
Not even the flu, not the ammonia. Socialism.
Yeah!
Liberalism.
Yeah!
That is the disease, that's the problem. But the media doesn't ever want to look at it, and that's where I come in handy. I actually question the other side. I don't question Joe Biden on his ice cream flavors. I question Joe Biden on why he wants to join crazy agreements like the Paris Accords and waste all our money. Why are we continuously selling America out to the other countries?
Yep.
That's the questions I ask. Why is Black Lives Matter not labeled a terrorist organization?
Yeah.
They have raised millions of dollars over the past decade, and not a single penny has gone to actually help the black community. That's another thing the Democrats like to use their pawns in the media for, and I will question that narrative. They want to control the minds of the black community. They want them to think that they care about them. But if you go and look, they only mention the black community during election years.
Yep.
The conservatives, the Republicans, the patriots, us, we don't see color. We see one nation under God. We see one person under God. We're all the same. We're all the same.
Amen. Hell yeah.
All lives matter. They do. If you notice, it's always the media on the left that always leads with the color of someone's skin. Oh, cop kills black man. That's the headline. Well, what did that black man do? No, it's just black man, and that's how they get it going. And we're seeing it here in Southwest Florida. We have a huge issue with Southwest Florida, and I'm going to take them on head on this week. Naples Daily News and the News Press. They are fake news. They are doing their best to cause controversy here in Southwest Florida. They don't care about any of you. They don't care about their target on their whole audience. They don't care about you guys. They care about pushing the liberal agenda, and they're going to continue pushing that until someone starts holding them in check. And you know what? I caught them in a bold-faced lie already. I caught them fabricating a story they released last week, and I'm going to attack them this week and release a report on it. That's what we need to do. This is what we all need to do. We need to keep pushing back. We can't give up. You can't get tired. You really can't. We have to keep doing these rallies. You know, Lord willing, Donald Trump will get a second term. But if he doesn't, it doesn't mean we roll over. It means we hold every single Republican in office who did not help expose the issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we tell them come 2022 in the primary is going to be a bloodbath. There is, I can count on one hand how many politicians, Republicans, I have actual faith in our government. Thankfully, one of them is taking office very soon in our district, Congressman Byron Donalds.
Yeah.
He wishes he could be here. He's traveling up to D.C. with his wife. I spoke to him earlier in the week, and he told me to send you his warm regards. He's thinking about all of you, and he's going to fight for us, and I have faith in him. He's going to fight. It's time to hold the Republicans accountable. It's time to hold the media accountable, and we're going to keep doing that. So starting next month, I'm going to be releasing my digital news network. We're looking at the second or third week of January. Still not official. It's going to be called Unbossed Reporting. It is a media outlet that's going to be releasing articles, videos, podcasts, reports. And we're going to be focused on what journalism should be in a country, the best country in the world. Right. Preserving America, preserving the patriotic values, preserving the Constitution, and not tearing it down just like every other media outlet out there. That's what I'm going to be focused on, and it's going to be here. It's going to be in Fort Myers. I'm going to keep it building and expanding. We're going to make Southwest Florida the conservative safe haven of America, because this is the greatest place, and I mean this. I've done research. I've actually looked into it. Southwest Florida is the greatest place of quality of life all across the board, the best place to live in the nation. Yeah! And I will fight for you guys every single day, and I will protect this place, and I will keep the crazy liberals out of here, like Jacklyn McMillan and Cindy Benyang. Goodbye, lost their elections. Yep. We are never going to let the liberals take over our home, and we're going to continue to fight. So, I want to get the crowd, the energy going. So we got great speakers behind me. Real quick, I always love doing a USA chant. It's my favorite. Count of three. 1, 2, 3. USA! 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 For the USA! People. Don't let your businesses close. USA. Don't listen to mandates. They're not laws. You make your own decision. And I will continue to shed a light on that. This country is, the best part about living in this country is that we are able to make our own decisions on where to pray, where to eat, how to make a living, how to breathe. whatever you want to do. But the government is telling you can't do that, and you to continue to fight back and make your own decisions. Don't listen to them. We're going to make a difference. We are. Donald J. Trump is more than just a president. He's literally started a movement. The Republican base has never been like this before. And I don't even know if I can call them Republicans anymore. We're something else. We're a patriotic movement. We're the Patriot movement. We're the Patriot Party. And that's why Donald J. Trump will forever be one of the greatest presidents that has ever taken office in America. Forever. He's done so much for us, and he has instilled he has brought back the American dream. And Joe Biden, he's threatening to take that away. Not letting that happen. We're not letting that happen, and I will continue to speak out against him. Guys, God bless all of you. God bless America. If you aren't following me already on social media, please, I want to meet you. Come up to me, say hi. I'll show you what I do, and I will earn your trust, and I will continue fighting for all of you. God bless you, and God bless America.
Name Clark, everybody, come forward so you can hear her.
Thank you, DJ Tabs, for having us. All right, so the last time we had this rally, I talked about my favorite F words. And it wasn't the F words you're probably thinking in the back of your head. It was faith, family, and freedom. Yes. That's what we need to bring back this country to, that foundation, faith, family, and freedom. But I'm not going to talk about those F words today, okay, because there's even more at stake right now. Okay, so I had 3 T words that came to my mind, and that was Trump, toys, and tits. I have to admit, I like the tits. Okay, but that's what it was. So Trump being, of course, our 45th president, and we want to see him back in office for 4 more years. Okay? Also, you know, America deserves a fair election. Yep. We deserve a fair election. President Trump is fighting for our fairness right now. He is fighting for really the last republic. This is the last frontier. The United States of America is the last frontier. If we cannot pull this through, I don't know what the rest of the world is going to do. Because we are it. We are it for the rest of the world. There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to hide. If we don't stand up and fight and take care of America, no one else will, number one. And there's nowhere else to go. So if you think you're going to Finland, good luck. If you think you're going to Sweden, good luck. If you think Switzerland is neutral like you thought in all your little board games, good luck. Because this is where it's at. Toys, because of course, Country 93.7 is raising toys right now, okay? So we want to make sure that we support the children as much as possible, especially during a time when there's so much uncertainty happening. And there's a lot of people right now that are hurting. A lot of families right now that are hurting. So anything that we can do to bring a smile, to bring a loving kindness to someone right now during this season, we should be trying to do. So I appreciate Country 93.7 for doing what they do for the kids. Let's give a round of applause for Country, because I think it's amazing what they're doing. And if you haven't donated a toy, please go see that young lady in the gray shirt over there. Donate a toy, donate whatever you have, because our country needs it, our children need it. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, the last word, tits. What does that have to do with anything? Well, there's a lot of women out here for Trump. And the last time I checked, we all have tits. Okay? So it's okay to support Trump, and it's okay to have tits while you're doing it. All right? Yeah! So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and introduce my wonderful husband, Drew Montez Clark, who is a patriot, a true patriot for this country. You know, this goes way far beyond party lines. Democrat or Republican, this goes deeper than that. This goes down to what it really means to bleed red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Okay? It goes way deeper than that. So no matter what side of the party you may lie on, what really matters is that one flag that unites us all. Because no matter what they're saying out there, we are family. And they want to divide. Because conquer and divide is the name of their game. And we will not tolerate their foolishness anymore.
Yeah!
Drew Montez Clark.
Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not, he's the energy you had with Barack. Trump train don't stop. Please come try to take out the block. This is what you do when you can't be here. That need to dead there.
How y'all doing today? This is a Trump rally, right? I need everybody to gather around. This is a Trump rally. Trump is fighting for this country. We need to show him that we're ready to fight too.
Yeah!
You know, my wife said it. I look out right now and I don't see many people who look like me, right? I don't see many black people out there. I'm not an African American, by the way, I'm black. But here's what I do see. I see patriots. I see people who love this flag. I see people who love this country. I see people who stand for the Constitution. So that means you are brothers and sisters of mine any day of the week. The flag runs deeper than this, right? The love we have for the flag runs deeper than the color of our skin. And I'm here to represent it. See, the thing is people, I've heard over the last month, I can't tell you how many things I've heard. Number one, they demonize me for being new to the fold. See, I'm not new to the fold of this country. I may have had a family. We have several businesses. I've had my head buried in the sand with regard to the community. But just as many of you saw what was happening to this country. And because you saw what was happening to this country, you said, I can no longer stand by and allow it to happen.
Yeah.
If I don't stand now, I don't want to answer the question to either one of my girls.
Yep.
That I didn't do everything humanly possible to ensure that the same opportunities that I grew up with, they grow up with.
Yeah.
That's not a weakness, that's a strength. I'm not a politician. I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot who identifies as a Republican, patriot first. So that's why today I decided to dress a little bit differently. Most of you all have seen me in a suit. Some of you all have seen me in a tie. Some of you all have seen me in dress pants. I'm a country boy at heart. I'm a patriot first, as are all of you. And you need to learn how to identify patriots. It's not by what we say, it's by what we do. It's not by what we say, it's how we live our lives. My wife talked about 3 F's, faith, family, and freedom. It's constitutional freedom. Here's the thing, I'm a man of God. That means you can take all of this and I'll still stand because I know who I am and whose I am, period.
Yeah.
Number 2, I say family. But I don't just say it, I live it. That's why my daughters are here. My wife is with me. We do everything together, period.
Yeah.
If you can't take my family, you don't get me. Constitutional freedom. This is what I want people to understand. We're still looking at people to give us the ability to be free in America. The last time I checked, that was an unalienable right that was given to us by our Creator.
Yeah.
That means I don't have to ask for permission. We take freedom. Does everyone understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the time for sitting back and doing nothing and giving ground is over.
Yes.
I had some of you all know that when I got this urge or conviction to enter the political realm, I ran for a seat. I only ran for it for 8 weeks. We had a marketing coordinator create a logo. That logo, my name has an E in it. The marketing coordinator put a logo in it that has 3 lines, 3 red lines. Anyone know what that means? Some people stands for socialism, right? Now, here's the thing. Someone confronted me on it. I said, okay, my stance is this. For example, the rainbow has meaning to me because I'm a man of faith. I refuse to give up any more ground, period. So if you think I'm a communist because I put 3 red lines in my logo, you're the problem. Because you haven't seen anything that I've done. You haven't seen what I'm standing for, which is why people keep fooling every one of us. They say what you want them to say. They say what you want to hear so they can gain power and then do whatever they want to do. My wife said it best. This is not about Republican and Democrat. It's about pure evil. You got to learn how to recognize wolves and sheep wolves dressed as sheep.
Yep.
You got to learn how to identify both of them. And it's not based upon listening to what they say. Anybody with any sense understands how to say things that are going to benefit or make you believe that they're on your side. If you don't learn to look past it, we're in trouble. I've been saying for a long time, we've been playing checkers in a game of chess. 2020 is checkmate. What are you going to do about it? Our president is fighting. Are you willing to fight?
Yeah.
How many veterans do we have here? Raise your hand if you're a veteran. Give a round of applause for every veteran. Now, every vet took an oath. They took an oath to protect, to defend the Constitution against enemies, foreign and domestic, right? So we have the difference between a vet and someone who's an oath keeper. All those vets who are oath keepers, raise your hands. They're willing to protect this country against enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah.
They fought, bled, died, some of them. They put their lives on the line for the freedom that we are able to represent or actually experience. The problem in this country right now is we've been living in a time where a lot of people haven't had to fight for the freedom that they've been experiencing.
Yep.
So it led to complacency and inaction. Now is the time for action. Some of you are disheartened because of the Supreme Court ruling the other day. But it just goes to show how deep this thing goes. How deep it goes. People's lives are being threatened. Their livelihoods are being threatened. Their families are being threatened. That's how the radical left plays this game. Are you going to back down? Or are you going to stand up? I'm here to say we need to stand up. I know who I am. I know whose I am. Which means you can take all this material stuff and I'll still stand. And I think I'm surrounded by a group of people who understand that concept, understand that principle, and are willing to stand.
Yeah.
Now's the time for action. That's why I'm dressed like this. I had to show them a whole different side. I am not a politician, I'm a patriot. Learn how to get behind patriots. Because guess what? There are Republicans that are just as guilty as Democrats.
Yep.
And until you realize that, we can't fix it. And they will do anything to maintain power. This wasn't about left and right, Democrat and Republican. It was about power and control. Those are the people who are most detrimental to this country. The people that put themselves, their ideals, above this flag, above the Constitution, and above each one of you Americans. They are in office to serve. So I am tired of people waiting for a politician to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, it said, we the people.
Yeah. Right.
We the people. All of you have your phones out right now. I'm going to challenge you because I'm being shadow banned on all the social media. I'm on Parler, Twitter, MeWe, all the different things, right? I want you to go.
The Joannes and the Karens. Call
I want you to go to my page and I want you to like my page. It's Drew Montez Clark. Drew Montez Clark on every social media platform. Drew Montez Clark. I'm going to challenge you to look at the first video. The first video is entitled Unapologetically Black. It shares my perspective on this country. Everybody's made this about my race. It's not about the color of my skin. It's about the color of that flag. But it gives my perspective, and if you like it, share it. Because people need to hear that message. People need to understand that we're done giving ground, pure and simple. Now, I want to read something to you, and I'm going to stop taking up time because they will kick me off stage in a minute.
That's okay.
Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Right? You all know what this is, right? We all need to post this in our door frames and read it every day because too many Americans have forgotten it. Right above your bed. I like that. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the who? From the consent of the governed are the people. That means you give them the ability to govern you. But here's the caveat, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute a new government. We patriots are putting people on notice. That's Republican, Democrat alike. If you're not a patriot, you're not a friend of mine. If you're not a patriot, I hope you're not a friend of anybody out there. I don't care where you've been. I only care where we're going. Pure and simple. So if you're a patriot, come find me. I will stand toe-to-toe beside each and every one of you every day, any day, twice on Sunday.
Killed it out there. Awesome speech.
Before I introduce the next one, you guys all got your phones out.
There's Anwar right there.
I'm going to challenge you to this.
Anwar.
Take your phones out right now.
How are you doing, sir? I'm doing pretty good. Nice seeing you here today.
Likewise, man.
I know you're one of the speakers.
Yes.
So, what are you going to tell them? What are you going to tell them
we're going to tell them the truth. We're going to speak. I'm looking at you. Let me look at these guys, right? We're going to tell them the truth. First of all, I'm going to speak on unity, and we're going to speak on the truth. Basically, you can see Trump is under attack. He's been under attack since 2015, and we all know why. Who exposed Epstein's Island in 2015? Trump. So, we gotta tarnish his image. Let's call him a racist. Let's get David Duke to endorse him. That's all the Democratic plan. Because remember, Trump denounced David Duke in 1991. He's denounced him 4 times prior to 2016. So why would he endorse him? It's to tarnish the image, you know.
People on the left, they don't like to dig into the things. They don't like the truth. They just see the stuff on their fake news media and they take it.
And the media, they take clips and they edit them and they chop them up. And Trump said Mexicans are rapists. No, he said MS-13. He was speaking of a specific gang. He never condemned one culture, one ethnicity. He doesn't race bait. He doesn't throw the races around. He's not going to tell you, oh boy, you're not black if you don't do this. He's about Americans, and he's not a politician. He's not a Republican if you ask me. He's an American, bro. He's a man of God, and we're here, brother. We're here.
Good afternoon, Fort Myers! And North Fort Myers! And Charlotte County! And Sarasota! And Collier County! Guys, we are on fire supporting our president. He needs us now more than ever. He got our support. He got our votes on November 3rd here in Lee County, in Charlotte County, and Collier County, more than anywhere else in the country. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yes. I had to sing a little bit of that song. I love Toby Keith. Toby Keith wrote that song after 9/11. He's on fire as a patriot, guys, and we got to unite like we did after 9/11. Our country is facing challenges that we haven't faced in 20 years, and we have to come together and remember what unites us. Absolutely incredible speech and service. Thank you, Drew. Guys, we have incredible leaders here in Southwest Florida, and that's what makes Southwest Florida great. But the leaders would not even be in the position without your support, without your constant hammering of the mainstream media, the liberal lies that like to gaslight us. Guys, we've been gaslit in the past month, and everybody heard that phrase, gaslit? The first time I heard that gaslit phrase was from my liberal friends. My liberal friends were the ones using that gaslit phrase. They were trying to make it sound like Donald Trump was lying or Donald Trump was not telling the truth. Guys, look it up. In the dictionary, the term gaslit is defined by everything that has been done to make you as a conservative, to make you as a constitutional believing American feel like, I'm speaking right in, come closer!
Move on up! We don't bite over here!
Everything that has been done from the polling, everything that has been done from Hollywood, everything that has been done from social media has specifically been geared to make you feel like you're crazy. They've done it. They've been successful in some respects, but I'm glad to see that Southwest Florida is still standing strong and not falling for that garbage. But it takes all of us, and it's going to take all of us. We've already been shadow banned dozens of times already today by social media. We have to make sure we stick together. We have to make sure that if we haven't heard from Brendan Leslie, that if we haven't heard from the Republican Party in your county, that if you're not hearing from them, you need to go intentionally and seek out and find out what's going on, because I guarantee they're trying to get a message across, and social media is not letting it get across. The liberals that control the messaging are banning us. So I'm the chair of the Republican Party in Lee County. I'm now in my 4th term, and over the past 6 years, we've seen incredible support from Southwest Florida. If it wasn't for Southwest Florida in the last governor's election, actually in the last 2 governor's elections, in the last 2 presidential elections, we would all be arrested right now. You know why? We would be under arrest right now because meth pipe smoking Andrew Gillum would have had the highway patrol, he would have had the state police down here arresting us for being out here and exercising our rights. So thank God that Southwest Florida saved the governor's mansion for a constitutional conservative like Ron DeSantis. We were hoping to be gearing up right now for the governor's election in 2 years, but we still have a mess to clean up. A mess that was caused not by constitutional Americans, not by states that abide by the law, but we're cleaning up a mess on the electoral forefront by socialists who will exercise every opportunity, no matter how legal it is, to win an election. And let me tell you, we're not going to back down until every legal vote is counted. And if that takes it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, then we'll take it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, uniquely, I'm not just a Republican, but I'm a rare Republican who's also a plaintiff's trial attorney. It's really, really, really weird. But it gives me unique insight into the court system. The court system that John Morgan always fights for, access for everybody. If you've been injured, call John Morgan. Don't call John Morgan. He's going to use that 33% fee to fund political campaigns to try to overthrow the government that you're fighting to keep. Don't hire John Morgan. Don't hire Fair and Fair. Don't hire these guys on these billboards that are going to use every last bit of money that they make off of your case to destroy the government that has made you a free person. So with the court system, we got really excited last week because there had never been a situation where a state had challenged another state on their election directly under the U.S. Constitution and said they did it incorrectly. Our rights are being violated because the outcome that they're saying is going to be different than the outcome that our state voted for. So 18 states got together and they pushed it to the U.S. Supreme Court. And then the U.S. Supreme Court, because they'd never decided this issue ever before, said, no, we'd rather it go through the lower courts first. It's going to end up back at the U.S. Supreme Court. It's just going to take a couple weeks. But I have some friends that have been fighting these unconstitutional orders from California to Illinois, shutting down churches since March. And they have been to the U.S. Supreme Court 4 times already. So don't worry, it's going to get there quick. These are novel issues. There's not going to be a whole lot of time wasted in the trial court or the appellate court. Just have patience and keep supporting the president. But what we did see, and what you should do, is go and read the actual brief that was filed by the Attorney General of Texas. That details it provides all the evidence that the media is saying doesn't exist. It describes what's been happening in the 4 states specifically that went for Biden after the cheating ballots started rolling in after the deadline on election night. Read that. You're not going to find it on the big, you might see CNN story about it, but you're not going to actually find the document. Go to the Supreme Court website. You can read the document, guys. It's right there. Read the document. There is hope, and at the very least, there's hope that we're going to figure out once and for all what the rules are. And if the Democrats can get away with this, guess what? We're going to start playing by your rules next time.
Yeah!
But Alan West, everybody know who Alan West is? Great patriot, veteran. He was a congressman from the other side of the state a few years ago. He's now the party leader for the Republican Party of Texas. He made a statement yesterday. He said something about maybe it's time that the United States, in the states that believe in following the Constitution, form our own Constitution-believing body. Well, I don't like the way that's framed, but I get what he's saying. What I think we need to do is remind the states that aren't following the Constitution that they're treasoning us and they need to be brought back into the Union and follow our God-given laws. If you're not going to play by the rules in the Constitution, then you're not following the Constitution and you are the traitor. Guys, we're not the traitors. We're the ones trying to protect the rule of law. If we lost an election fair and square, we lost an election fair and square. That's life. Life goes on. But if we're going to have something stolen from us because these people are directly disobeying the United States Constitution, I took an oath to uphold the Constitution. Many of you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. I will fight as long as I can and as hard as I can to make sure that my kids get to live under this United States Constitution that our forefathers fought and died for. Yeah! Guys, this is a good turnout, and I'm glad that there's a gun show going on this weekend, because if the gun show wasn't going on this weekend and if churches weren't filled right now in one of the few states that we can actually worship God, this place would be completely swamped. There'd be police everywhere trying to direct traffic. We probably would have made John Morgan's day by causing 1 million crashes out there on 41. But make sure that we get our message out. Make sure that you're following Brendan Leslie. Make sure that you're following the Lead Republican Facebook and you're on our email list. Go to our website. Make sure that you're aware of what's going on, guys, because you're not getting this information from the news. You need to hold each other accountable and make sure that you're always in touch with those who know what's going on so that they can keep you informed as we continue this fight. Thank you and God bless.
Yeah!
I had to get the best shirt out.
Listen, we have a Santa over here. Santa,
Merry Christmas!
How are you, sir? Nice seeing you.
Trump 2020!
So listen, you're wearing all red all the time. Does that mean you're a Republican?
Absolutely.
Yeah! Santa's a Republican! Woo! All right, so what do you think about this election steal that is going on right now?
I think everything needs to settle down. Everybody needs to calm down. Do your recounts, get it done and over with, and let's just go with whatever's best for the country. Okay?
I agree with that.
So I support the USA.
Hell yeah.
Okay? That's what we support.
Hell yeah.
Peace and goodwill.
If there was one sentence that you could tell all the liberals and Democrats, what would it be?
Trump 2020.
Yeah!
This gentleman here, his name is Vincent Stephen. He's putting out an event this coming Friday. I've been sharing it. You guys probably haven't seen it because Facebook shut me down. But he runs something called Back the Blue and Green. There's an event this Friday. It's bringing home a soldier. The soldier just happens to be his son.
Yeah! Yep!
I found out about this event, and I asked him if I could be a part of it. It's not a Trump event, but it's a soldier event, even better. So I asked that everybody out here, if you are available, 4 o'clock Friday, please meet me
Good, I do,
at the
sir.
Lee County Rest Area,
Yeah,
Daniels
like I said.
in 41, or Daniels in 75. We're gonna be there at 4 o'clock. He's flying in at like 4:45-ish. And he has somebody picking him up at the airport. They're then bringing him to the Lee County Rest Area where we will be gathered. We are then going to escort this soldier in patriotic American style all the way to Cape Coral to his house.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. I invite you guys all to help me parade this soldier home. Now, what hits home about this and what is so special about this is that his wife, the soldier's mom, doesn't know.
Yeah.
She has no clue that he's coming in, okay? She is a 24-year Lee County deputy sheriff.
Oh, wow.
Patriot.
Yeah.
So, story behind the gentleman that's a soldier. He's coming home for 2 weeks. Perfect timing. It's Christmas. But he's only here for 2 weeks. And then he's leaving to Korea. I believe his mom doesn't know he's even going to Korea. Has no clue he's going to Korea. So I want to be there for his mom. I want to be there for his family. I want all you guys to be there for this soldier, his mom, and his family. So please, meet me 4 o'clock, Lee County Rest Area. I'm going to introduce you, Mr. Vincent Stevens. He runs Back the Blue and Green.
Yeah.
If you was born in the country, raised in the country, back the blue, you gotta back the blue, yeah. If all lives matter, blue lives matter too. Back the blue, you gotta back the blue, yeah. Sick and tired of the media trying to play with us. Ever since you got a badge, people wanna hate on you. Everybody saying that the police, but they the first ones to call when it's really some beef. When it's real, yeah. I ain't even trying to catch smoke every copy, man. I'm just trying to let you know.
Hello, everybody.
How are you, sir?
Thanks for coming out today. Really appreciate it. And, I mean, does it get any better than this? Patriots coming together for a common cause.
Yeah.
I've been posting on Facebook for the last couple of weeks that Joe Biden and Camel Toe Harris will never be president or vice president of this country.
Never.
That doesn't mean that they're not going to steal the election. Brendan said something earlier, Brendan Leslie, and I agree. Nobody here that's a veteran wants a war. Nobody relishes that. Nobody looks forward to it. I'm retired Army.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Yes, sir.
But we cannot allow this. I mean, we cannot allow this to happen. The damage that they would do if they were to be seated would be irreversible.
Yep.
There's no doubt that patriots love their country, but patriots also like their homes, they love their families, they love their jobs. So they go to those things every day, they do a job. The people that want to ruin this country don't want to work. So they've got all this extra time to F this country up.
Yep.
I'm not going to repeat everything that Jonathan, like I said, or Brendan said, but like Corey said, I represent an organization called Back the Blue and Green. And when Adam Miller was killed in the line of duty, and we all know who Adam Drovers Miller was, we were all sad. Weren't we? Does anybody not know who Adam Miller is? Adam Miller was a Fort Myers Police Department officer who was killed 2 years and 2 months ago. What Back the Blue and Green aspires to be, or our mission, is to celebrate the living, to support our first responders and our veterans while they're still alive, not only when they're dead.
Yeah. I
invited Trooper Maris today to come up and speak. She she had to go and do what she does, which is fight crime. So she had to respond to a call, so she couldn't be here. But the month of September, an event happened 19 years ago, which is called 9/11. We all know it as 9/11. How many here remember 9/11, 2001?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you a lot of people have forgotten.
Yeah.
So as part of our mission next year on the 20th anniversary, or the 20 years later, we want to make Southwest Florida ground zero.
Yeah.
And with the help of Corey and all of you patriots, New York is done. New York will never recover from what they've done in the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years.
Hell
They're
yeah.
never going to recover. And any of you that are from New York like myself know exactly what I'm talking about. They're never going to recover. It's going to become another Detroit for the next 50 years.
Oh, really? Yeah, we can see the building right
So as far as remembering 9/11, this year, they forgot about it. And if it wasn't for Towers to Tunnels, there would have been no event.
I told you I was making. Nice. Like a Christmas greeting.
Cancel culture,
nice.
absolutely.
I like that. Let me see that.
Mr. Drew that was up here talking earlier.
Cards right there.
Very well spoken about the Constitution, what it means. And I want to return to my Joe Biden and Harris never becoming president of the United States. Folks, we have an instruction manual. It's 3 pages long. It's not difficult, it's not hard to understand, and it's called the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah. Yeah.
A nation without law is no nation at all. Why are we allowing them to break the law? People can't steal something from you unless you allow them to do it.
Yep.
Let's not allow them to do it. Now, the reality of the situation is they're going to do it. It doesn't mean we have to go along with it. Do I want a war? Do I want bloodshed? No, of course not. But am I willing to die for my liberties and freedoms, like Patrick Henry said? Hell yes.
Yeah.
Somebody else mentioned oath. Are they an oath keeper? I still have my military ID in my pocket. There is no expiration date on it.
Hell yeah.
For those of you who didn't serve, doesn't matter. You're here. You're a patriot.
Hell yeah.
You support those that went to the front lines.
Hell
This
yeah.
is not the nation that I fought for.
Hell yeah.
This is not the nation that we knew 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, for those of you that are old enough to know. And for the youngins here that are living in obviously patriot homes, are hopefully going to learn about the Constitution.
Yeah.
But there are millions, tens and millions of individual children who don't even know what the Constitution is. Black lives do matter. You don't have to say it every day. You have to shove it down my throat. Gay and lesbian activities and all that stuff. Wonderful. Everybody is who they are. And I think Jonathan said something that made a lot of sense. It doesn't really matter who won as long as they won fair and square.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here today if we thought that they won fair and square. Anyway, I could talk all day about how much I love my country and what my personal plans are for not allowing this to happen, but I can't do it alone. It's going to take all of us plus another 24.5 million people. We can't allow this to happen, folks. Our country will be gone.
Yeah.
Back to Blue and Green's mission is to put an end to veteran suicide. to put an end to first responder suicide. A show of hands, does anybody know how many first responders killed themselves last year? Was it 10? Was it 100? Was it 200? It was 229, if you can believe that. 229 of our firefighters, our police officers, our deputy sheriffs made the decision to end it. That's insane. 20 of our soldiers that served this country with honor, 20 a day. That's over 700 individuals ending their lives. We have a plan. We're working with organizations across the country whose mandate and whose ability to raise funds and to provide the services that these individuals desperately need that do not include the U.S. government have a proven track record of ending soldier suicide. And I want to say the name. Stop Soldier Suicide is the name of the organization. Get on your websites, get on your phones, go look at what they do. They spend $135,000 per veteran to save their life. The Veterans Administration spends millions to save a soldier's life, and they fail 82% of the time.
Damn.
That's your tax dollars at work. I could talk for another hour about stop paying taxes, because what we're doing is we're funding this country, this government that's absolutely broken.
Yep.
Stop paying taxes and they'll run out of money, won't they?
Yeah.
But again, that's another story. Real quick, next Friday, my son is coming home. And I invite every one of you personally to come to my home. There'll be food, there'll be beer, there'll be drinks. It's all free, it's all on me. As Corey mentioned, my wife, 24 years with Lee County Sheriff's Office. She retires next year. She hasn't seen her son in 9 months. There's not a day that doesn't go by that she doesn't talk about him, that she doesn't think about him, and that she doesn't cry. She misses him that much. So if you want to see something very special, be at the Lee County Rest Area on Friday around 4:30ish.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and God bless every one of you. And let's keep the fight going for as long as we can. And then it's time for action.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Vincent Stevens with Back to Blue and Green.
Yeah.
Again, everybody, 4 o'clock. Daniels and 75 Lee County Rest Area this Friday. Please meet me there.
All right, Eileen. I think you're next. Are you nervous? I wish I was that confident.
All right, we got to get this train rolling. We're running out of time. I got 3 more powerful speakers. Next up is Eileen Perez. She's a 17-year-old activist. She's not even eligible to vote. And she went out, she's from Clewiston, and she turned Clewiston from blue to red. She did all the work.
It's complicated.
Let's hear it for Eileen Perez, everybody.
Yeah! Barely made it.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. The best part about being at a Trump rally is being among all these enthusiastic patriots. Oh, okay. Well, my name is Eileen Perez. I'm a 17-year-old from Clewiston and Hendry County. I have been working for the Hendry Trump Victory campaign for the past couple months, working on knocking on doors, organizing rallies, distributing signs, making phone calls, all to make sure that Trump wins our election in Hendry County, which he did.
Yeah!
I was the team leader for Clewiston, and with the hard work of the Hendry Trump team and the Hendry GOP, we were able to flip our county, which was blue for decades in voter registrations, to red this year in 2020.
Yeah!
I would say the reason I've been so active in politics, it's even become my passion, it's definitely because of my parents. I had the privilege of being born American, being born in this great country, but both of my parents were born in Cuba's oppressive communist regime. The most basic rights, the freedom of thought, were non-existent. Having a different opinion cost my mother her career in Cuba. It cost my great-grandfather almost 30 years in prison. Being born American, I know I may never fully understand the pain of what it is to have the country you call home strip you of your most basic human rights.
Microphone closer.
To have no care for your well-being, where you have no freedom of thought. But I do understand enough that I don't want that to happen here in this country. I understand enough to never want to ever have to feel that pain, or for any of you to ever feel that pain. And that is why I took up the cause for liberty. Socialism destroys everything it touches. It destroys economies. It destroys healthcare. It removes the incentives that has made our country so prosperous, that has brought scientific innovation, technological innovation, and has made our society what it is today. There's no question about it. Socialism destroys the most fundamental building blocks of society, and it starts doing so through your families. They'll try to turn your children against you. They want to raise a society that has no fear for tyranny. They want to dismantle everything you've taught them. They want to raise a society that has no fear in God. They are currently trying to do so today in our colleges and our school systems, and we must not allow that to happen. And I know you guys will not allow that to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We all know what happened election night. The media were trying to tell us otherwise. They're saying that we're sore losers, which, you know, it's kind of ironic, but because of the show they put up 4 years prior.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're not sore losers. We're patriots who care for democracy, who want actual legitimate results. Because once the building blocks of democracy, once the fundamental democracy is broken, our voting system, there is no hope of ever getting that back. You can look at Venezuela for their example. One wrong vote has led them to where they are now. And since then, they have never had another democratic election. But the media, all the Democrats, they know the truth. They know that we won this election, and we won big.
Yes. Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah! We must continue to stand behind President Trump. For President Trump, he has done everything he can to protect our country from the destruction of socialism, protect us from China. He's stopping wars. He's brought peace to the Middle East. I would say he's the only president so far in the 21st century that has not started a single war.
Yeah!
On the contrary, he has ended wars. And this is why we must continue to stand with him. We must continue to pray for him. That way, so that God may give the strength to continue this fight. Because this is not just his fight. It is a fight for America. It is our fight for freedom.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
If we do not fight for our democracy, this may be the last chance we ever have. Once the very base of democracy is gone, what hope is there to the rest of the world? What hope is there that the greatest example of freedom in the entire world has fallen?
No way.
What hope is there for that? We're the last free country here. There's nowhere else to go.
One republic.
And this is why we must join the fight that President Trump is currently in.
Hell yeah.
Our future depends on
I'll read it.
To those of my generation that are here present today, I see that all of you.
Hell yeah.
I encourage all of you to take up the cause for freedom as well. We must give the generations before us the peace of knowing that we will keep liberty alive. That liberty will not die with them.
Yeah.
And I know some of you may be discouraged by the Texas lawsuit, that was just one battle in this war. The war is not over yet. It is far from over, and I'm sure that Trump will overcome this, and we will win, and democracy will prevail.
There you go, I got it.
People should know the victory will be ours.
Oh, there you go.
And that after this election is over, our war is still not. The war is still far from being over. And this will be a series of battles we will be continuing to fight in order to make sure that the generations after us will be able to enjoy the freedoms we have today. Despite what the socialists say, nothing isn't free. Socialism definitely isn't. The socialism is your freedom.
Exactly.
And that liberty isn't free either. What it takes for liberty, the price for liberty, is to continue fighting for it, to protect it, to make sure that all the generations after us will be able to enjoy the same freedoms we currently have today. And in my opinion, I say that is a price that is worth to pay.
Yeah!
Yes, ma'am! In the midst of this uncertainty, we don't, and everything that's been going on right now, one thing is definitely certain. Trump won this election.
Right,
and we must do our part to make sure that those legal results come in and to demonstrate to the rest of the world that Trump did win. We have to protect our democracy and make sure it withstands the test of time. We're not going to be like, we're not going to fall like Rome did centuries prior. We're not going to fall like many other democracies have. We must continue because our future depends on it. This may be our only chance left. I encourage all of you here today to take up the cause for liberty, to fight for freedom.
Yeah!
Let's hear it for Eileen Perez, everybody!
Yeah!
Soft-spoken voice, but very powerful message, I promise you. Follow her on Facebook. You guys aren't ready for what's next. You really aren't.
I'm not ready for what's next.
No, he's not even ready for what's next. And he's a speaker. Has any of you guys heard Frank Valentine speak?
Oh, yeah!
Some of you. Some of you don't know who Frank Valentine is because you're new. That's fine. You're about to really learn Mr. Frank Valentine. So,
overrated.
Mr. Frank Valentine runs Firearms of America. He's a big Second Amendment guy.
Yeah.
So let's hear it for Mr. Frank Valentine.
I'm a gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Pressing why they mad, cause I'm really maybe faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting, Bible reading, God believe in truth. Speaking American, it's MAGA season. Democrats committing just I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. It's for free, because only you ain't got no bullshit they bring. Out the cage, cause he innocent. Martin Roger Stone.
That's enough. Go home now. How are you guys today? Thank you for having me. Thank you, Corey, for giving me the microphone. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I still don't know what I've done to deserve this opportunity to be standing in front of you all today and share the stage with truly amazing people. I mean, the speakers.
Yeah. Woo. What he's done is he's from Uzbekistan. He just got American citizen a year ago.
Thank you. Yeah.
He's earned the right to be up here.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, for me, in my own eyes, the way I see it, I'm just some immigrant, nobody, who came 12 years ago here in search of freedoms and opportunities. And I found them.
Yes, sir!
So I'm really grateful to this country, to the people who fought and protected this country, and to all of you guys for accepting me.
Yes, sir!
Now, some people today might refer to me as some Russian guy who likes guns. And you know what? Those people are 100% wrong. Because A, I'm not Russian, I just have Russian accent, and B, I don't like guns. I love them! So let me ask you all, if you're a patriot of this beautiful nation and you love your guns, I want to hear you say yeah! Now I know there are people out there, maybe even in this crowd, that look at me and think, yeah, fun to watch guy, energetic. But whenever it comes to all the guns, he's a little too psycho about that stuff. A little bit too much. You know what? I completely understand those people. Because those are the people that have never been in a situation where they needed a gun. They never lived in the country where society needed guns.
Yes, yes sir.
You know, to me, guns, they're much more than just a weapon or a collectible or a tool, for that matter, designed to protect, our own lives, our families, our households, our friends, and even sometimes the people who do not have guns, who need protection. To me, guns represent responsibility. Responsibility on an individual level. I have a gun, I take on the responsibility to protect my own life without relying on anybody else to do that for me. Responsibility on the primary group level. We have guns, we take on the responsibility to protect our families, to protect our households, to protect our friends, and yet again protect the people that did not want to take that responsibility.
Yes,
because we all know that at the end of the day, the only one who can save a good guy without a gun from a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And the most important kind of responsibility. Responsibility on the social level. Us, as the society, we have guns, we have responsibility to protect our constitutional rights, to protect our freedoms from the tyrants, from the corruption, from people who want to abuse their power, which comes from the position of government authority.
Yes, sir.
And today, guys, we have a problem in this country. We have people in the position of government authority who crave control, who want to spread their tyranny. And we also have the herd of sheep that follow those tyrants. For the sake of false promises, imaginary freebies that don't exist, never existed, and never will. Because of the ignorance, stupidity, and hate. Hate for people like us. And they hate us because we love our country. We love our freedoms. We stand for family. We stand for life. We stand for God. So really this microphone today, I want to take this opportunity and ask you guys, what will it take for us to start fighting back? They came for our freedoms. They wanted to lock us up in our houses, do things against our will, wear the damn masks, take the freaking vaccination. They censor us. They lied to us. They wanted to scare us using their stupid fake news media.
And over-exaggeration.
They destroyed our businesses.
Yes, they did.
Yep. With their mandates, state orders, and their personal thugs, Antifa and BLM. vandalizing and looting the things that we have worked for and built. What will it take?
Good ass kick.
Americans, stand up.
A belt whooping across the ass. That's right.
Some good options.
They came for our families. You see, family, in the eyes of society, no longer represents a sacred bond in front of God between a man and a woman.
Yes.
They perverted the image of the caring, loving, kind mother, wife, daughter. They disgraced the image of a strong, confident, protecting, providing man, husband, father, son. They came for our children. They took over and corrupted the mainstream media. They corrupted the education system, and they want to pervert our children, starting early on.
Yes.
You gotta raise them right.
Preach it.
What will it take? They came for our faith. They want to take away your hope. They want to take away your values. They want to take away your God.
No one taking my God.
Never taking our God.
And you know what surprises me? Is that there are people out there who are still talking about unity and healing. Do you really expect unity and healing from the side who wants to destroy your families, take away your faith, take away your freedoms?
That's
what I thought. Not me.
Hell no.
You see, the radical left will not stop until there's nothing left. And I've seen that before. I've seen the consequences. And I don't want this to happen in this country. So, I'd like to ask you all, please, hold on to your guns.
Yes.
Have guts to fight back. And may God be with you all. God bless you all. And God bless America. And a Merry Christmas gift for you all. I know there are people in the audience out there that are losing their hope in the elections, the results. Pretty crazy.
No way.
Yeah. Don't lose hope. So I have a message that we just received from I don't know if you know that guy or not, General Flynn. Yeah. So he sent us a text message, and here's what it says: don't be distracted by dates. The only date that matters is Inauguration Day. And Donald J. Trump will be inaugurated once again. Fire, right,
fly! Let's hear it for Frank Valentine, Firearms of America!
Thank you!
One more big guest speaker for you. Then we'll do the national anthem. We'll do a prayer. Let me pack up this equipment. Up next, and your last speaker of the evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. My grandchildren are...
He goes by the real Mr. He on Instagram. Anwar.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I on? I like this song. Spread love. That's the message. You know, I'm here today because I believe in spreading love. And I believe that everyone here today is about spreading love because that's what the American dream is about. That's what the American people is about. And like, for example, we have certain sport players who like to kneel for the flag or whatever the case. My thing is this, right? If you listen to the Pledge of Allegiance, it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. It's about unity, liberty and justice for all.
Yeah!
if someone was a racist, they're not gonna say with liberty and justice for. They're gonna say, well, hold on, I don't think about them motherfuckers over there. They're gonna say, oh no, not for, whatever the case may be. Like I got certain friends back home. I'm from New York originally.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So you know how it goes, you know, and you know. I challenge a lot of my buddies. Yo, BLM. I say all lives matter, bro.
That's right.
Yes.
You know, and they tell me, yo, bro, you shouldn't say that because that's like a counter protest against our protest.
No, it's not.
And I say this, bro. What are we fighting for? At the end of the day, we're all children of God.
Yeah.
He wouldn't make you white. You're right there, beautiful lady. Both of y'all got sunglasses. The two beautiful. Hey, husband, I'm not flirting. I'm just complimenting. Okay? You know, he wouldn't make you like you and me like me just to say you're better and this one's worse. Because that's division. Because and God teaches us that we need to spread love. He tells us about evil, and He tells us we need to fight evil. So why would God create evil? Like. And making one shade better than the other is already create evil. That's not God's plan.
Yes, sir.
You understand me? So you cannot lead a protest with a color. You can't lead it with a color. When I hear Black Lives Matter, I hear white power. It's the same shit. I'm sorry.
No filter. No filter.
Excuse me. But it's the same thing. I believe, and we all should believe, the fight has to be unity. You understand me? Because division is like kryptonite to America. America was founded on division. All history everywhere sucks. It doesn't matter where you go. That's why we named it the United States of America. At first it was America because there was division. There was slavery. There was slavery everywhere. Moses had to free Israel from being slaves in Egypt. You understand me? Like if we want to go there, the Arab slave trade was hundreds of years before the Atlantic slave trade. You understand me? Europeans were slaves in Northern Africa way before Africans were slaves in America.
Yes, sir.
They teach us that history to keep us divided because they know America is united. I like that. They use that to keep us divided because they know America is united. We are the USA. For a reason. And we can't let this happen. I don't gotta tell this to y'all. Y'all already know this. You understand me? This is why the media needs to capture the real talk. But they want to capture. I've seen CNN play I call her an activist. Her name is Tamika or something, whatever. And I know these people from back home. They're all opportunists. You understand me? All this defund the police crap. The people saying defund the police, they want to defund the police so they can sell their drugs. That's what it is. And I tell people this: it's one thing to have a criminal mindset because you know you want to survive. There's no excuse for it. You're going to get what comes. You're going to get what comes. But you can't really expect the whole world to just think what's best for a criminal. You got to think about what's best for a citizen. For like the average civilian. The average civilian. What's best for the civilian? You just thinking about, well, if there's no police, I could just sit out here and sell all my drugs. You know what I'm saying? But what about your square cousin that's not a gangster or a thug or whatever? He need the police or your auntie. Because women get raped way more than police shoot anyone. If you want to talk about it. Women, there's 400,000 women raped a year. And there's only, in 2019, there was only 24 unarmed black men shot. The numbers aren't adding up. And that's still sad, but at the end of it, I also know this. You don't do certain things when a police officer's apprehending you. Like, I'm not playing with my life. I'm from the hood, and where I'm from, they don't play with their lives either, and y'all can see people done shot people for stepping on their sneaker. You understand me? So don't come here with that stuff. We are so distracted that we aren't focusing on the real problems. You understand me? And we're in my community, we're more distracted about worrying about racism. Oh, what the white man gonna do? But we're not focusing on what we're gonna do for each other. And that's how they want us to be. Because as long as we're like that, we're bitter. We're bitter. And now the news is letting the African American community blame white people. Like, I've turned on CNN, and they're like, yes, black people are oppressed in America. Huh? Like, it's all about the narrative, because a few years ago, black people used to be mad at the news saying, oh, every time a cop shoots a black person, they want to bring up his past. What does past got to do with anything? The media is our enemy. Now the media is your friend? Yep. That's because the media is Donald Trump's enemy. Now, let's bring it to Trump, because as a man growing up in an environment that's called the black community, you know, and I'm trying to do my best right now, because I realize this. I used to go so hard focusing on, like, you know, bringing black and white together, black and white together. How can we do this? How can we do this? Since I was a kid, Michael Jackson had a song, Heal the World. And I love that song, because as a baby, I wanted to heal the world. I don't know where it came from, but as a baby, I wanted peace on this earth. I wanted so much peace, right? And I figured it out, man. Like, if we just erase color. If we just erased it, if we just looked at people as children of God, man. Like, I look at your shirt, the Patriots, I see your heart beating, because they not doing too good. I can see your heart beating. My heart, oh yeah, all right, I see it, I get it. Patriots, 4-5, Trump, I love it now. My heart beating now too, because I'm gonna stay for all these white people, you know what I'm saying? I'm joking. You know? I see, remember, he got me. He ain't got no gun in that shit, but shit, we all right.
That's what you think.
I like that, you see? That's how you gotta move these days, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Trump has been fighting for Americans, you know, and I met Trump on the front lines. You know, because someone said, oh, you MAGA people, y'all idolize a man, y'all forgetting God. I said, no, you got this messed up. My Maganians, we're Maganians, by the way. You know what I'm saying? We love God. And Trump is our colleague. Because we work for God. I work for God, you work for God, Trump work for God. He said Jesus Christ is his boss. So, you're my colleague. We met Trump at work. We all work together. Maybe he got a little better position than us, and maybe he's so rich he won't work for free. You know what I'm saying? But we all working for free. We're not getting paid for being here. Neither is our president. Neither is our president, right? You know, and they've been coming at that man for so long, because he's been exposing so much. It gets so deep. I'm gonna need my own talk show to really stay here and give you the whole. It goes deep since the early 2000s, but when it really got deep was 2015 when he exposed Epstein's Island. Everyone's like, what the hell are you talking about? Epstein's Island, he was on the red carpet. He said, yeah, some crazy things going over there. Prince Andrews, he got some questioning, et cetera, et cetera. And then months after that, Trump is a racist. And you know who started telling me Trump was a racist? The same rappers who told me about Trump. Because when I was a kid, I wouldn't know about Donald Trump. The only reason why I know about Trump and you know about Donald Trump, if you grew up listening to rap music, is because our rappers rapped about him. He's in 78 rap songs. Puff Daddy got a whole bunch of pictures with Donald Trump. 50 Cent, they all took pictures with him, right? No way! You know what I'm saying? Then 2016 come, and you know, they like Bill Clinton and the Obamas, they got all those rappers under here. Because you got to pay attention. These rappers, they get charged with like attempt murders, gun charges, and then they disappear. That's how the DNC work. Listen, we gonna make that go away. You owe me, buddy. And of course, they're gonna endorse the person who's gonna help their crime go away. You understand me? So that's why you see Jay-Z and Beyonce singing for the campaigns for the Clintons and all that other bull crap. You know, so lost. But Puff Daddy, he got me the most angry, right? Because he used to take all these pictures with Trump smiling in his face, borrowing my president money, you know what I'm saying, just to call my president a racist. To this day, he's calling him a racist. Is that mean it's time to go? All right, I think that means it's time to go. Y'all got the message? I love you guys, man.
USA! USA! USA!
Hey, real Mr. Hee-Hee! Real Mr. Hee-Hee!
Yeah.